Belle here. So I think I kind of put this video off for a little bit because I've been trying to figure out exactly what I want to say. And I guess here goes. So as many of you know, this last Wednesday was the Bungie Bounty, and the Dames from the Xbox One side had the honor of being asked to be part of the bounty. And we were super excited. And nervous, very, very nervous. My amazing team of Lou, Sky High, and Misfortune. We joined Deej and Cosmo. We were prepared for some potential issues. I mean, we are the Dames of Destiny. We've dealt with it before. When we received our community focus from Bungie a few months ago, we dealt with some trolling and some harassment. And, we came out stronger from that. So we expected some stuff. And so just as a quick recap, we got all set with Deej and Cosmo. I had a great time playing Dames Leapfrog in the tower. And we go in, and it didn't go amazingly. It was a mix between there were issues with the stream going down. There are issues with Xbox, which in turn I think was affecting our gameplay because honestly, that team was pretty darn epic. I mean, yes, Deej needs some backpacking here and there, but he's aware of that. But the Dames play really, really well, and that's not just me being biased. But anyway, long story short, a lot of crap happened as far as affecting our gameplay, and we could deal with that. It wasn't the best experience in the world, but we pulled through, and I was super proud of my Dames for keeping a positive attitude and still trying to kick butt as hard as they possibly could. The thing that became the issue that a lot of people have become aware of now, even if you weren't in the chat, was there was a lot of trolling going on in the chat. And we're all aware that Bungie tends to have a lot of that in any of their events. The reveals had some toxicity in the chats. I mean, they're a large company. People are going to bring their hate. But it definitely seemed a little isn't the right word. It seemed pretty extreme. And the poor mods were trying really hard. And I just want to give a shout out to them. Thank you guys so much. You guys were working your butts off, and I don't think you ever received enough credit for how hard you tried. So we really appreciate that. I stated right away on Twitter after that I was disappointed, and I still stand by that. That was sad to see. There was a lot of sexism, but beyond that, it was just disrespect to other gamers. And I know a big part of it is towards Bungie, but that's also not okay. They gave us a game. If you don't like it, let yourself be heard, but do it in a respectful way. I have always said you lose every point you have the second you start putting other people down. If you have criticisms, make them constructive. They'll get you a lot further, and they're more likely to be heard and taken seriously. But anyway, there were definitely some things directed at the Dames, and I received a number of private messages during and after the stream that were not appropriate, that were not acceptable, and I know my other Dames did. Not to bring it back up, but as many of you are aware, one of the Dames did receive a rape threat in a direct message, and that's really not okay. And that's not okay to anybody. I know a lot of people have been focusing on how this had to do with sexism. And yes, sexism is a big issue in the gaming world. But so is ageism. So is putting people down for their abilities or lack thereof. And so on and so forth. It's a matter of respect in general. And that's something that I think the gaming world has been struggling with from day one. And I think parts of the gaming communities are on an upward trend. We are making changes. We are making differences. And the Destiny community, the true community, proves that. That's the part of why I've been trying to push this more than a game challenge, to hear your stories as to why Destiny is different and how it can change gaming in general. And I have to say, amazed by the support that has been poured out towards the dames. Huge shout out to the Dads of Destiny and anybody else who participated in being a dame for a day. On Twitter, the dads started this trend of setting our Rosie the Guardian, one of our dames mascots, as their image and adding Dame into their name on Twitter and just kind of spreading it as a sign of solidarity in the Destiny community. And that means the world to us, and we appreciate that so much. I have had so much outreach personally and to the dames, and that means a lot to us, and it's really great to see that. But I do have to say, I am a little disappointed in some sections of the community who are choosing to return the hate to the original haters. And I wanted to put out a message that is not okay either. I get that you're upset. Trust me, there's parts of me that want to go and scream and yell at people who say things to my dames, who say things to anybody that they shouldn't say. But it gets you nowhere. It makes you just like them. The second you go into somebody else's chat and you start harassing them back, or you start picking a fight, the second that you message somebody or you post about them, even if you don't use their name directly, the second that you make any negative statement about them publicly especially, or to just them, you lose your point. You turn into the troll. It doesn't matter who started it. Be the bigger person and don't finish it the same way they started it. So keep up the support, and not just for the dames, but for anybody who deals with any kind of negativity. But do it in the right way. Be the better person. Be a real guardian. Another important point I'd like to make is we've been receiving a lot of feedback from people saying, we want to apologize on the behalf of our entire sex, meaning males. And I want to address that. As much as I appreciate that statement, keep in mind that it's the internet. We have no idea if those people in that chat were all male. Sexism is on all sides, okay? And a lot of people have also been stating, it was just all the kids. They're home from school because it's summer. Yes, some of them were probably younger. But I know for a fact that some of them were not. And so let's stop the assumptions. It doesn't matter the age. It doesn't matter the gender of the person saying the things. It just shouldn't happen, period, towards anybody for any reason. And I just want you all to keep that in mind. The other thing is, I have to say how proud I am of my dames. They have handled this with such grace. They have been just becoming stronger. Our entire clan as a whole has become tighter and stronger because of this experience. Not that it should have happened, but there are positivities coming out of this. The community coming together, this clan coming together. And please, for those of you who seem concerned that the dames are going anywhere, I promise you, it will take a whole heck of a lot more to make the dames go away. And that is not a challenge. But we're not going anywhere. If anything, this experience has proved the exact reason why we exist. Outside of the fact that we're just a place for female gamers to meet other female gamers, let me correct that. Besides us being a place where gamers who happen to be female can meet other gamers who happen to be female, for many members, we are a safe haven. And this is exactly why. And as much as the situation has sucked, as much as it's brought drama, we're learning from it about each other. We're growing from it with each other. And so for that, I have to say, you know what, trolls? Thank you. Thank you for proving the exact reason that groups like Dames and Safe Gamers and this real, true community need to exist. You're the thing we're fighting. And you know what? We're going to fight you with kindness and positivity and prove that the gaming world doesn't have to be like you. And that's it. And Destiny community and Guardians and everybody else out there, no matter what game you play, please do the same. Don't fight with the negativity with more negativity. Just go enjoy the game, have fun. Yes, there's people out there who are trying to ruin that for you, but the second that you start to be like them, they win. I'm not saying ignore them. I don't think that's necessarily the right thing to always do. Yes, there's always going to be trolls. Yes, it's the internet, but that is no excuse. And I am tired of hearing that excuse. If somebody comes into your chat and they say a couple of mean things, and they're just a general troll, yeah, block them, ignore them. But also don't be afraid to just say, hey, that's not how we talk here. That's not how I run my chat. That's not the example that I want in my gaming experience. And that's not okay. And tell them that. And then block them and ignore them. Do not be afraid to speak up. There are other people out there standing by your side, speaking out too. And you never know, there might be somebody else sitting in that chat or in that game or wherever you are who's too afraid to say it. And if you say something, they feel empowered too. The more speaking out we do, the more coming together we do, the stronger we become as a community. And I don't just mean the Destiny community, I mean the gaming world. I mean the world as a whole. That's something that I think we need to start realizing, is that the gaming world is the perfect reflection of the world as a whole. One of the most moving parts of Bife's video that I watched was the beginning, when he compared the experience the Dames had to females going to some bowling game and getting treated that same way in person. That brought shivers to my spine, and the thing is, that's true. Across the board, everything that happens in the gaming world can be compared to things that happen, quote unquote, in the real world. The thing is, we no longer differentiate between gaming and the real world. It's all one. And I think we need to realize that. And I think we need to realize the power that the gaming world has. How we can affect what happens in the real world. If the gaming world can become more positive and more accepting overall, trust me, that's going to reflect everywhere else in our lives. So be aware of the things that you think and say about other people. Because I promise you, every single one of us, no matter how careful we are, sometimes we say something that we don't realize how it might affect somebody else. So put yourself in those other people's shoes. Stop putting people down for their gender, their sexual orientation, their race, their experience in gaming, their age. It's not worth it. Gaming is meant to be fun. It's a pastime. Yes, there are professional gamers, but I hope they have fun too. There's no room for hate and negativity in something that's supposed to be enjoyable and fun and a break from the real world. So let's make it that. Let's keep it that way. Together we can do that. It's going to take work. It's going to take time. It's going to take patience with each other, including those we really don't like. But the more you stay positive, the more that you prove their ways wrong, the faster we'll get there. So again, a huge thank you to the community for all of your support. A huge thank you to Bungie for how hard you guys tried to keep the stream going and to stay positive right along with us. We appreciate that, and we really look forward to showing everybody how much we really can kick butt and continuing to do what the Dames do. Have fun. A huge thank you to the Dames who were in that game with me, who have dealt with this with such grace. I am so amazingly proud of you. A thank you to the mods, to everybody. You guys are amazing, and we can do this. We will make a difference. This experience just shows how far we have to go, but also how far we've come. And on that, this bunny's gotta bounce. I love you all.